Shabbat Shalom. Our scripture reading for today is Galatians chapter 4, verses 4 through 6. When the fullness of the time was come, Elohim sent forth his son, made of a woman made under the law, to redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. And because you are sons, Elohim has sent forth the spirit of his son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Father.
Shabbat Shalom, family. Our selection today, Abba, Yah.
Closer than the skin on my bones, you are closer than the song on my tongue. Your thoughts define me, your spirit guides me. Closer than the song on my tongue. Your thoughts define me, your spirit guides me. You are my reality, my reality. Yes, say Abba. Yes, say Abba. Yeah. No matter how I feel, no matter how I feel, no Spirit guides me. You are my reality. My reality. Oh, my reality.
The oracles of the UCI. 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 7 through 11. But the end of all things is at hand. Be you therefore sober and watch unto prayer. And above all things have fervent love among yourselves, for love shall cover the multitude of sins. Use hospitality one to another without grudging. As every man has received the gift, even so minister the same one to another as good stewards of the manifold grace of Elohim. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Elohim. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Elohim gives, that Elohim in all things may be glorified through Yahshua the Mashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Ephesians chapter 4, verses 29 through chapter 5 and verse 4. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. And grieve not the Holy Spirit of Elohim, whereby you are sealed until the day of redemption. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. And be you kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as Elohim for Yahshua's sake has forgiven you. Be you therefore followers of Elohim, as their children, and walk in love, as the Mashiach also have loved us, and has given himself for us an offering and sacrifice to Elohim for a sweet-smelling savor. But fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness, let it not be once named among you as become saints. Neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather given of thanks. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verses 1 and 2. Keep your foot when you go to the house of Elohim, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. Be not rash with your mouth, and let not your heart be hasty to utter anything before Elohim. For Elohim is in heaven, and you upon earth. Therefore, let your words be few. Exodus chapter 23, verses 20 and 21. Behold, I send an angel before you to keep you in the way, and to bring you into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. Revelations chapter 3, verses 20 through 22. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him, and will sup with him, and he with me. To him that overcomes will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I have also overcame, and am sat down with my Father in his throne. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches.
All right, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Which is peace on Yahweh's holy Sabbath day. Welcome to another holy convocation that Yahweh has enjoined unto us here in this body of Yahshua. I want to read something here in 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 7 in dealing with this whole part of unleavened bread that we've been going through. It says, purge out therefore the old leaven, that you may be a new lump, as you are unleavened. For even the Mashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. There is, of course, the leaven that we're going to take out of our houses, and then there are there's the leaven that we're going to take out of his temple. And the part of we're talking about his temple, it says you are his temple. Your temple is a part of his body. There's a part of the leaven that is in us that has to come out. Hebrews 9 and verses 13 to 14 says, for if the blood of bulls and of goats and the ashes of an heifer sprinkling the unclean sanctifies to the purifying of the flesh, how much more shall the blood of the Mashiach, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to Elohim, purge your conscience from dead works to serve the living Elohim? So then we have to examine this part of dead works. There are works, and then there are dead works. Let's go to Genesis chapter 11, and we're going to read verses 1 through 7. And today's sermon is entitled, Purging Out the Living Leaven.
Genesis chapter 11 and verse 1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar.
So you first have to think about, okay, the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east. So they was already in the east, and then they moved somewhere else. And now they have these ideas. As it is written, Yahweh has made man upright, but man has made many inventions. And man's still doing the same thing today, trying their best to invent as much as they possibly can so they themselves can become gods. They don't want to be a God little g, they want to be a God big G. And this is that part where he had to step in. Go ahead.
And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And Yahweh came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men built. And Yahweh said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do.
Now, there's no way that any building or tower or city was going to have the ability to reach unto Elohim. What they saw was the potential of evil. So now they've gotten together and look at what they have done. And pretty much it's the same thing. You'll find individuals, they start to click up, and you realize that they can do a lot more damage when they click up. And he looks at this and he says, wow, look at what's happening right here. Look at how they have advanced. We need to take care of this business. Go ahead.
Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech.
Now, the first thing that we have today is to try to put everybody together. Yahweh automatically wanted to separate everybody. We don't see, if Yahweh is saying, you know what, it's not good that all these people are together. Separate these people among their families. But the adversary, the devil, is doing everything he possibly can to push us together. We don't even see that that is a push of the adversary. We think everybody mingling with one another and mingling cultures, we think that that is advancement. It is the devilish kind. He automatically saw it and said, oh, this is going to be a problem. They all have one language, and this they begin to do right off the rip. This is going to be a problem. And you have to wonder, we're talking about very early. He knows, all right, when I set up my sanctuary for my holy people, there's going to be a problem. Because they're going to try to introduce all of their ways to them. Let's go to Daniel chapter 4.
Daniel chapter 4 and verse 1. Nebuchadnezzar the king, unto all people, nations, and languages that dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied unto you. I thought it good to show the signs and wonders that the high El has wrought toward me. How great are his signs, and how mighty are his wonders. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and his dominion is from generation to generation. Nebuchadnezzar was at rest in mine house, and flourishing in my palace. And I saw a dream which made me afraid, and the thoughts upon my bed and the visions of my head troubled me. Therefore made I a decree to bring in all the wise men of Babylon before me, that they might make known unto me the interpretation of the dream. Then came in the magicians, the astrologers, the Chaldeans, and the soothsayers, and I told the dream before them, but they did not make known unto me the interpretation thereof. But at last this Daniel came in before me, whose name was Belteshazzar, according to the name of my God, and in whom is the spirit of the holy gods, and before him I told the dream, saying...
He says his name was Belteshazzar according to the name of his God. Do we even consider that we have been given names according to whosever God was in power? Whoever ruled over us, our names were given according to their God. So all of the names that we've grabbed a hold to here in the Americas, it was because of the Christian God. They will, if you go and look at roots, they'll tell you, hey, he had to take his Christian name. Well, what was the Christian name? That name was to symbolize who ruled over you. Couldn't keep any ethnic name. This is why we didn't really catch it. Our people didn't have real knowledge of what that was. But people started naming their kids these ethnic names, and we just started making up stuff. Stuff didn't make no sense whatsoever. But we trying to get something ethnic, and it bothered Gentiles. When our people start using these ethnic names. But I now realize why it bothered them. It wasn't that the name, they would say, oh, that's ghetto. No. It established that you was breaking out from under their rule, and it bothered them. Now I know why they were so bothered. Go ahead.
Verse 9. O Belteshazzar, master of the magicians, because I know that the spirit of the holy gods is in you, and no secret troubles you, tell me the visions of my dream that I have seen, and the interpretation thereof. Thus were the visions of mine head in my bed. I saw, and behold, a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height thereof was great. The tree grew, and was strong, and the height thereof reached unto heaven, and the sight thereof to the end of all the earth. The leaves thereof were fair, and the fruit thereof much. And in it was meat for all. The beast of the field had shadow under it, and the fowls of the heaven dwelt in the boughs thereof, and all flesh was fed of it. I saw in the visions of my head upon my bed, and, behold, a watcher and an holy one came down from heaven. He cried aloud and said thus, hew down the tree and cut off his branches, shake off his leaves and scatter his fruit. Let the beasts get away from under it, and the fowls from his branches. Nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass, in the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of heaven. And let his portion be with the beast in the grass of the earth. Let his heart be changed from man's, and let a beast's heart be given unto him, and let 7 times pass over him. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men, and gives it to whomsoever he will, and sets up over it the basest of men.
If he sets over the basis of men, people get really upset. And they say, well, I don't like the current leader. Lucifer must have put him in power. Well, then Yahweh put him in. Yahweh said, no. Y'all deserve this. This is what y'all deserve. No. Go on up there and do all the wickedness that is in your heart to do. Do every last bit of it. Here go the keys to my car. You go ahead and drive up there. Go ahead. Here's the keys to the kingdom. You got all the power to do it. We don't think that Yahweh will operate like that. No, he said they deserve this. He told Israel, when you ask for a king, I'm going to tell you what kind of king you're going to get. But if you keep asking, I'm going to give him to you. That's what you want? All right, go ahead. Give it to him. Do you think he would give Israel a bad king and wouldn't get a nation one? Are you serious right now? As much as he loved his people, and he let them get a bad king, you don't think he'd let evil people get a bad king? Go ahead.
This dream I, King Nebuchadnezzar, have seen. Now you, O Belteshazzar, declare the interpretation thereof, for as much as all the wise men of my kingdom are not able to make known unto me the interpretation, but you are able, for the spirit of the holy gods is in you. Then Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar, was astonished for 1 hour.
Now you see, even when the heathen want something from us, even when they give credit to our God, it's in a plural fashion. The holy gods is in you. You understand? He said his name is Belteshazzar according to the name of my God. So they accept all gods. They say, you have your God, but the spirit of the holy gods is in you. Oh, okay. Well, why do people who just worship your God didn't come and interpret the dream? So this way, it allows for them to take part of your strength through what you worship, but then still continue to worship the false god that they worship. This is why people will still believe in something else. When they get in trouble, they'll come and ask you, can you pray for me? Now, hold on now. We done already had some discussions. All right, now, you know what I believe, and I know what you believe. And we understand that we don't believe the same thing. But why do you want me to pray for you? See, they're willing to take deliverance wherever it come from. And if you ain't careful, folk will use you for your prayers. Yeah, pray to your God for me. Wait a minute now. Whoa. Wait a minute. So you know we worship a different God. You said specifically pray to your God. Okay. Ain't no different. This is what heathens do. They make it plural, so that way they don't have to accept your God as the only God, but they will accept the help from your God. Go ahead.
And his thoughts troubled him. The king spake and said, Belteshazzar, let not the dream or the interpretation thereof trouble you. Belteshazzar answered and said, My master, the dream be to them that hate you, and the interpretation thereof to your enemies. The tree that you saw, which grew and was strong, whose height reached unto the heaven, and the sight thereof to all the earth, whose leaves were fair, and the fruit thereof much. And it was meat for all, under which the beasts of the field dwelt, and upon whose branches the fowls of the heaven had their habitation. It is you, O king, that are grown and become strong, for your greatness is grown and reaches unto heaven, and your dominion to the end of the earth. Mm-hmm. And whereas the king saw a watcher and an holy one coming down from heaven, and saying, Hew the tree down and destroy it, yet leave the stump of the roots thereof in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass, in the tender brass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beast of the field, till 7 times pass over him. This is the interpretation, O king, and this is the decree of the Most High, which has come upon my master the king.
Now, it's a very difficult place to tell the king a bad interpretation. See, with the gift also has to come the strength to be able to use that gift without apology. This gift can get you killed. You turn around and tell the wrong person the wrong thing at the wrong time. Because even though this may be right, if their spirit ain't right when they hear it, they attack you. And this is what happens anytime you can try to help somebody at a time that they don't want to be helped, and they attack you. You trying your best to help them, and they attacking you the whole time. They don't want your help at that moment. This is why my elder used to say, sometimes you got to fight with your brother or your sister just to save them. Because they don't want to be saved at that moment. Go ahead.
That they shall drive you from men, and your dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field, and they shall make you to eat grass as oxen, and they shall wet you with the dew of heaven, and 7 times shall pass over you, till you know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men and gives it to whomsoever he will. And whereas they commanded to leave the stump of the tree roots, your kingdom shall be sure unto you, after that you shall have known that the heavens do rule. Wherefore, O king, let my counsel be acceptable unto you, and break off your sins by righteousness, and your lawlessness by showing mercy to the poor, if it may be a lengthening of your tranquility. All this came upon...
A lengthening of your tranquility. It ain't going to stop. What's going to happen? All right? You may be able to delay it if you change your ways. But you know, it's hard to go to somebody while they in power and talk to them about changing, saying, okay, look, you can prolong this. No, I got control of it now. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't trying to change. Go ahead.
All this came upon the king Nebuchadnezzar. At the end of 12 months, he walked in the palace of the kingdom of Babylon. The king spake and said, Is this not great Babylon that I have built for the house of the kingdom of the might of my power and for the honor of my majesty? While the word was yet in the king's mouth.
While the word was in his mouth, he couldn't hold. Hey, he held back his vanity for 1 year. His vanity rode in the back seat for 1 year. But then one day he just couldn't take it no more. I'm great. I am great. Look at all I've done. And I've done it for my majesty. Took 12 months. But his head finally exploded. And now here come all the parts of the dream. Go ahead.
While the word was yet in the king's mouth, there fell a voice from heaven, saying, O King Nebuchadnezzar, to you it is spoken, the kingdom is departed from you. And they shall drive you from men, and your dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field. They shall make you to eat grass as oxen, and 7 times shall pass over you, until you know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men, and gives it to whomsoever he will. The same hour was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar, and he was driven from men, and did eat grass as oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, till his hairs were grown like eagle's feathers, and his nails like bird's claws.
So he has completely lost all thought, being able to clean himself, be able to do any grooming whatsoever. He don't know to come out of the rain. All of this has departed from him. All because he says, look at the great thing that I have built for my majesty. Yahweh didn't get any credit. So Yahweh had to show, no. I put the basis of men over kingdoms. So the belief that somebody has to be of a certain manner for Yahweh to use them. Yahweh, the earth and the fullness therein belongs to him. He used whatever he want to use. Go ahead.
And at the end of days, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted up mine eyes unto heaven, and mine understanding returned unto me. And I blessed the Most High, and I praised and honored him that lives forever.
Wait a minute. He blessed the Most High when he came out of that. What happened to the holy gods? See, sometimes you got to go through a little something to know. And see, that's part of our problem. See, we know, but we ain't went through that fire, so we don't know. He said, no. When I take you through the fire, you're going to know. See, Job said, oh, now I know you. He said, now, I heard about you. I heard about your great fame. I heard, you out here in these streets. But when you came in my house, no, now I know you. See, it's different. So when Yahshua said, get away from me, you work of iniquity, I never knew you. Wait a minute. There's different levels to know. So you can be around somebody 5 years, you still don't know them. Because they've been giving you that representative. You don't know them yet. Let real hell come out. And you're going to be like, who is that? Oh, no. That's who you've been kicking it with this whole time. See, it ain't got dark enough. See, it get dark enough, then you see what happened. Go ahead.
whose dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation. And all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing, and he does according to his will in the army of heaven. And among the inhabitants of the earth, and none can stay his hand, or say unto him, What does you? At the same time, my reason returned unto me, and for the glory of my kingdom, mine honor and brightness returned unto me, and my counselors and my masters sought unto me, and I was established in my kingdom. An excellent majesty was added unto me. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of heaven.
Wait a minute, not the God of, not the holy gods. See, it's different when you go through something. See, some of us, all we missing is a good traumatic event. See, that's why you don't worship right. That's why you don't serve right. You ain't had nothing traumatic enough. See, you ain't had to go out there and howl at the moon.
Okay. Come on.
Go in there and let the dew fall on your locks. Just stay outside. Ain't have sense enough to come in the rain. That ain't happened to you yet. That's why you worship little. That's why you serve little. But when this stuff happened to you, oh, you deal with things differently. So you can tell somebody who done been through something. See, some people have, when they're trying to get a record deal, they listen to them, they say, you know, man, you got a gift. But there's something missing. Experience. And some of the most gifted individuals, you look at their life, you're going to see experience. I tell people all the time, Kenneth Babyface Edmonds is an amazing songwriter, which means he's horrible in relationships. Look at the long list of failed relationships in the rearview mirror. Where the hell you think the songs come from? So we want to be successful in the song. Well, guess what you got to be successful in those songs? Horrible in relationship. How you fall in love that much? Because they keep not working out. And here comes another hit. You sure you want the hit? You sure you want it? Because that means you and Keisha not going to make it. But you're going to get a hit. Okay. All right. Did you finish that, brother?
All whose works are truth, and his way is judgment, and those that walk in pride he is able to abase.
All right. Let's go to Revelation chapter 13. Could have told that fella his relationship gonna work. I'm gonna cook your dinner too. I'm gonna do all that after I get out of work. What the hell you doing? I'm gonna wash the clothes. I'm gonna cook your dinner. Soon as I get out of work. What the hell you doing while I'm at work? Poor fella couldn't figure out why it didn't work out. It was a hit, though. It was a hit. Matter of fact, damn it, I think I'm going to listen to it when I come out of here. Damn good song. Damn good song. Read that, brother. Revelation 13, start at 11.
And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he does great wonders, so that he makes fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceives them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
So the power of the image of these miracles really gets people attention. Go ahead.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword, and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Have we considered just how dangerously close we are to this? You keep hearing about all of this Bitcoin stuff that just keeps going, and their new leader is deep into this Bitcoin thing. I mean, deeply entrenched in it. And at this point, canceling everything that everybody has gotten accustomed to. So before we would read some stuff like this and we say, you know what, we got to be 1,000 years away from this, because you know how many things have to change before you can get to this. Hey, this different right here. This right here is different. We ain't never seen nothing happen like this. There's supposed to be a Congress, but this individual ain't went before them and asked nothing. It's like he don't even acknowledge that they exist. He passing all the laws from his desk. He probably don't even know where the assembly at. Like, where y'all meet at? This where y'all meet at? Oh, I ain't never going over there. Oh, he doing things different. So all the stuff that we thought we would never see, we might want to start rearranging that thought process. Let's go to Numbers chapter 11. See, when folks start talking about doing away with IRS and Federal Reserve, normally something happened to them. Maybe that's why those failed assassination attempts was happening. And maybe that's why he wanted to go ahead and put out some information on those other assassination attempts, because he knew he was about to do the thing that got those people assassinated. He was going to mess with the money. And the quickest way to get dealt with around these parts is to mess with folks' money. You can disrespect them. You can do all of that. I tell you what, when their bank accounts start looking different, they on their way. Go ahead, brother. Numbers chapter 11, and let's start that at verse 1.
And when the people complained, it displeased Yahweh. And Yahweh heard it, and his anger was kindled. And the fire of Yahweh burnt among them, and consumed them that were in the uttermost parts of the camp. And the people cried unto Moshe, and when Moshe prayed unto Yahweh, the fire was quenched. And he called the name of the place Taberah, because the fire of Yahweh burnt among them.
Now, with great power also comes great responsibility, but also comes some serious blame. Now, they complained the fire burnt among them because of what came out of their mouth. He then prayed, and the fire was quenched. You know they're blaming him for the original fire now, right? Just to show you how Israel worked. You know, now, to them, he burnt up the people. Wait a minute. No, it was your mouth. It was what came out of your mouth that caused the fire. No. If you was able to cause the fire to stop, then you the one that started it. So you have to be careful about having powers around Israel, because they'll blame you for the good part and the bad, but they'll blame you for their part after you done saved them. You didn't save them fast enough. You'd have got here quicker, my son wouldn't have burnt up. What? Go ahead.
And the mixed multitude that was among them fell a-lusting. And the children of Israel also wept again, and said, Who shall give us flesh to eat? We remember the fish that we had in Egypt freely, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. But now our soul is dried away. There's nothing at all besides this manna before our eyes. And the manna was as coriander seed, and the color thereof was the color of bdellium. And the people went about and gathered it and ground it in mills, or beat it in a mortar and baked it in pans and made cakes of it. And the taste of it was as the taste of fresh oil.
So you find out the ingenuity of our people. We will find something. You give us one thing. We got one meal. Israel said, well, come on now, we're going to have to make this. You know, we had to turn the bubble gum with this thing, wasn't it? So you got your boiled manna, you got your fried manna, you got your sauteed manna, you got your slightly dried manna, you got your air dried manna, we got to go deep. See, this is us. We going to find us a way. When we ate that nasty pig, those were the parts that they threw away. You don't find nobody but black people eating pig feet. As much as white folk love pig, I ain't seen not a one Gentile walk around sucking on a pig's foot. Those were the parts they cut off and threw over the fence. The hungry slave found a way to eat it. Them nasty chitterlings, never seen a Gentile eat chitlin. Those are the parts that they were cutting away to throw away. Hungry folk found a way to eat it. But Yahweh is at the same time dealing with us. I'm going to give you this one thing because there's something that I need to show you. There's a whole lot of things that we think we need that we don't need. Go ahead.
And when the dew fell upon the camp in the night, the manna fell upon it. Then Moshe heard the people weep throughout their families, every man in the door of his tent. And the anger of Yahweh was kindled greatly. Moshe also was displeased. And Moshe said unto Yahweh, wherefore have you afflicted your servant? And wherefore have I not found favor in your sight?
This is where we start feeling sorry for ourselves, about our job. The job too heavy at this point. So now we job whining. Go ahead.
That you laid the burden of all this people upon me. Have I conceived all this people?
Am I all they daddy? Go ahead.
Have I begotten them? That you should say unto me, carry them in your bosom, as a nursing father bears the suckling child, unto the land which you sweareth unto their fathers. Whence should I have flesh to give unto all this people? For they weep unto me, saying, give us flesh, that we may eat. I am not able to bear all this people alone, because it is too heavy for me. And if you deal thus with me, kill me, I pray you, out of hand.
This us. Woe is me. Woe is me. My job's so heavy, I want to die. And this us in the break room. Go ahead.
If I have found favor in your sight, let me not see my wretchedness. And Yahweh said unto Moshe, gather unto me 70 men of the elders of Israel, whom you know to be the elders of the people, and officers over them, and bring them unto the tabernacle of the congregation, that they may stand there with you. And I'll come down and talk with you there, and I'll take of the spirit which is upon you, and will put it upon them. And they shall bear the burden of the people with you, that you bear it not yourself alone.
All right. See, one of the things that we often forget is why we are given the Spirit. We are given the Spirit to help do a job collectively. If we then use that anointing of the Spirit for the incorrect thing or don't use it for the purpose, he has to take that away from us. And I've seen people that have had their gift taken away from them. It was no reason for them to have it anymore because they didn't do the job. Let's go to Luke chapter 10. Yahweh don't just give you the Spirit so you can have party favors. Hey, y'all watch this. Hey, everybody gather around. Hey, dude, hey, watch this right here. Yeah, y'all ain't gave me them. But hey, I'm about to turn this water into wine. Why that? Oh, so you can be the life of the party. So you think he gave you a gift so you can be the life of the party? That's what you think he gave you a gift for. Luke chapter 10, let's read verses 1 through 12.
After these things, the Adonai appointed other 70 also, and sent them 2 and 2 before his face into every city and place, whether he himself would come.
So the same foundation of giving these 70 the Spirit to help Moshe, he is doing the same things according to the basis of the law. Go ahead.
Therefore said he unto them, the harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few. Pray you therefore the Adonai of the harvest, that he would send forth laborers into his harvest.
Laborers into his harvest. He didn't need seat dwellers. He didn't need people that would just sit around and congratulate you on the job you've done. He said laborers. See, it's different. See, there's the game. See, two different things is going on when you go to a game. There's the people who playing in the game, and then there's the spectators. See, sometimes we go to spectate, but then we talk like we was in the game. Ain't nothing worse than somebody who thought they was in the game and they in the stand. They sitting there talking like they ran up the middle, ran over that running back, and they got the dance and everything. You do know you wasn't on the field, right? You a spectator. You need to understand the difference between spectating and being an actual participant. They ain't the same thing. Go ahead.
Go your ways. Behold, I send you forth as lambs among wolves. Carry neither purse, nor scrip, nor shoes, and salute no man by the way.
See, now you need to learn the difference between what you think you need and what you really need. Because let me tell you something, we don't go on no journey without being very well equipped. He said, go on the journey, but don't take your money. I said, what? Yeah, don't take your money. Don't take more clothes. Don't take none of that. And go on a journey. You got to have faith to even receive this as an order. Keep reading.
And into whatsoever house you enter, first say, peace be to this house. And if the Son of Peace be there, your peace shall rest upon it. If not, it shall return to you again.
Right. So you're carrying power of peace on you. And then when you enter into somebody's dwelling, you have the right, the power to put that peace upon their house. Some houses you really shouldn't be at. We just read where he says, I've been made to serve you in your sins. How's he serving you? Because you took his peace to the wrong place. Now, them people got peace in the evil that they're doing because you there. And we think we can do anything. This is my friend, right? Your friend was doing evil. And you brought your peace among your friend's evil. And you didn't think you made your God to serve you in your sins? Right. Okay. Keep thinking that. Go ahead.
And in the same house remain, eating and drinking such things as they give. For the laborer is worthy of his hire. Go not from house to house. And into whatsoever city you enter, and they receive you, eat such things as are set before you. And heal the sick that are therein, and say unto them, the kingdom of Elohim is come near unto you. But into whatsoever city you enter, and they receive you not, go your ways out into the streets of the same, and say.
Now, you know you don't go through all those motions if you brought your money with you. Because you know what? You say, oh, you know what, the hell with this, I'm going to stay at a Holiday Inn. You know you don't go through all the motions when you have means to do other things. See, sometimes we think we should do something because we can. Is that, you know what, I got the money, so I'll just go ahead and do this. Well, then there's other things that you're not going to do then. That's why he said, no, leave that. Because I'm trying to tell you, once you get here and somebody get on your nerve, you say, you know what, hey, what a Holiday Inn at? Because you know what, I ain't about to deal with this mess right here. He already knew that. No, leave it. Because I need to show you how to trust in something that you can't see. Go ahead.
Even the very dust of your city, which cleaves on us, we do wipe off against you. Notwithstanding, be sure of this, that the kingdom of Elohim is come near unto you. But I say unto you, that it shall be more tolerable in that day for Sodom than for that city.
Now, consider this. If you went on and brought your purse with you, and you just left, you know what you didn't do? Shake off the dust of your feet and bring judgment on that city. Why? You're not even over there. You over here. So we think that being in the best comfort is what he wants. No. I sent you there to pronounce judgment on them people. I already know them people weren't going to listen. But as soon as they didn't accept you, what you did was you left, but you didn't finish the job. They didn't accept you. You're supposed to shake the dust off your feet, but you didn't do that because you was at the Holiday Inn Express. You had somewhere you can go to get out of that, but you didn't consider. That's a part of the job that you didn't do. Now somebody got to come finish that job now. Now, who's going to pay for the person that got to do this job? That's got to come out of somebody's salvation pay. Now, who's going to lose their salvation pay? Because he got to send somebody else to do that. See, when King Saul didn't do his job, guess what? Samuel had to come and kill those things. Somebody else got to do your job. Somebody got to get paid for that. Who going to pay for that? Okay. Let's go to John chapter 6. And if he got to get somebody else to keep doing your job, why exactly does he have you? What are you for if he got to keep getting somebody else to do your job? John chapter 6, and let's start at verse 54.
Whoso eats my flesh and drinks my blood has eternal life, and I'll raise him up at the last day. But
There's a whole lot said right here. Even in dealing with this, eating of the flesh, drinking of the blood, we know that was adversarial. But then he spoke something that was common among all of them. I will raise him up at the last day. None of our people believed that they were going to heaven. This is common stuff. The same thing that was spoken about Lazarus. I know my brother shall rise again at the resurrection at the last day. None of them believed that they were going to heaven. Walk into a church now. Everybody in there think they going to heaven. The New Testament don't teach that. The Old Testament don't teach that. You can count on one hand the number of people this book say went to heaven. And do you know none of them were dead? What are these dead people who go to heaven? Because the ones who went to heaven here were called. They wasn't dead. Yahweh says stuff like to Moshe, go walk over there. It's time for you to die. How you just tell somebody it's time for them to die? You know how hard that's got to be to accept? Moshe, it's time for you to die. Yeah, but my eyes work perfectly. I be working out. You know what I'm saying? My strength is there, you know. But you telling me it's time to die? Yeah, just go and walk over the hill. Matter of fact, I need you to walk over the hill by yourself. Wait a minute. When everybody else died, they can't walk nowhere by themselves. So you telling me it's my time to die, but I need to walk myself over the mountain. I need to do this myself, but it's my time to die. But I'm telling you, Yahweh has been working out. I just watch this. But you telling me it's time for me to die? I don't feel die ready. It's your time. But he knew, can't nobody bury you, because I got different plans. You know, normally, Yahweh, when people die, they give them, especially if they had honorable life, they get a certain burial. I mean, so you got a burial plan for me? Shut up and walk over this mountain. But I did a whole lot of work, Yahweh, and I didn't get to go into the land, and I didn't get to see all of the stuff that must shut up and walk over the hill. But Yahweh, shut up and walk over the hill. See, we the one that would have made Yahweh change his mind. Because this would have been us. Moshe said his piece. When he realized Yahweh didn't change his mind, he got on his walk. Us? Oh, we'd have been just sitting there talking and arguing. Whole time, Yahweh trying to bring us up to heaven. What we doing? Talking. Well, hold on for a second. Okay. Go ahead, bro.
For my flesh is meat indeed, and my blood is drink indeed. He that eats my flesh and drinks my blood dwells in me, and I in him. As the living Father has sent me, and I live by the Father, so is he that eats me, even he shall live by me. This is that bread which came down from heaven, not as your fathers did eat manna, and are dead. He that eats of this bread shall live forever. These things said he in the synagogue as he taught in Capernaum. Many therefore of his disciples, when they had heard this, said, This is an hard saying. Who can hear it? When Yahshua knew in himself that his disciples murmured at it, he said unto them, Does this offend you?
He's preparing to get rid of the leaven. He wants to figure out who's offended. Yahweh will purposely allow something to offend you because there's leaven in your offense. That thing that you feel offended by, it's leaven in there. And he's about to get rid of the leaven. Does this offend you? He reading the label. See, we keep thinking that this unleavened bread is about the stuff that's happening in our kitchen. He reading the label right now. Does this offend you? Let me see what's on your ingredients. Go ahead.
What then if you shall see the Son of Man ascend up where he was before? It is the Spirit that quickens, the flesh profits nothing. The words that I speak unto you, their spirit and their life. But there are some of you that will believe not.
No. There are some of you that believe not. Some of you full of leaven. And I'm going to use the thing that you don't like to expose the leaven that's in you. I'm reading your ingredients. You think you upset with him, and he exposing the leaven in you. They think that there's a problem with him. He reading a label. Go ahead.
But there are some of you that believe not. For Yahshua knew from the beginning who they were that believed not and who should betray him.
That's two different things. He knew who believed not and who would betray him. Now, you know what's funny? He didn't say Judas didn't believe. Okay, I'm going to say that again. I'm going to slow this down. Now, the one who betrayed him still was a believer. He says, I know who believes not and who shall betray him. That's two different. Okay. Go ahead.
And he said, Therefore I said unto you that no man can come unto me except it were given unto him of my Father. From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him.
He has got leaven out of his own organization. Now, he did the 70 thing the same way that Moshe did. But he said, wait a minute. I don't need all of this. See, sometimes when something ain't going right, we think that we need more individuals. Sometimes what we need is less. We said, we need such and such. He said, no, you don't need nothing. What you need to do is to get rid of this, this, and this. So once he gets the leaven out, now he said, all right, now we can go forward. Now all we got is the betrayer. We got rid of all the unbelievers. But check that out. After getting rid of the unbelievers, the betrayer is still there. Because the betrayer is also a believer. They just believe their own way. So we thought all we had to deal with was non-believers, and we thought betrayers would always be non-believers. That ain't how I read this. If you done got rid of those who didn't believe, then Judas should have been one of them. He should have been long gone. Go ahead.
Then said Yahshua unto the 12, will you also go away?
Will you also go away? See, you need to read the ingredients a little bit deep. See, sometimes they have the ingredients, then they have some real small writing. So then you got to pull out your magnifying glass and get that small writing, and you got to look again. I say then, is there sodium bicarbonate inside of you? I didn't see it on the first label, but I'm pulling out my magnifying glass, and I'm going to ask again, will you go also? Go ahead.
Then Simeon Peter answered him, Adonai, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life, and we believe and are sure that you are the Mashiach, the Son of the living Elohim. Yahshua answered them, have not I chosen you 12, and one of you is a devil?
Now, Yahshua could have clearly gave them all peace. If people said he's all about love, now he could have really had a real loving environment in his little sanctuary, his little old bitty gathering. You got 12 people. You could have easily had peace. You did not have to tell those people that there's a betrayer, a deceiver amongst the 12. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. He could have kept that to himself and had peace among the organization. But he purposely said, I've chosen you. All right, now we done got rid of the 70. Now I done chose you 12. And one of y'all is a devil. Now why you going to do that? Now why you going to do it? Now everybody going to be looking around. You know what? Anybody pour water like that got to be a devil. Okay. Now, everybody going at one another. He could have had peace in his organization. So was it peace he was looking for in his organization? Because clearly he could have kept that to himself. Okay. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 8. So y'all know we would have got fussed at. I know I would have got. Soon as I got home, in your sermon today, you didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say that. It's just the censorship committee would like to talk to you for a second. You didn't have to say that. You could have kept that to yourself, and you'd had peace among your organization. Yep. Yahshua could have done the same thing. He could have kept it to himself and had peace among his organization. Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 8, and let's read verses 1 through 4.
All the commandments which I command you this day shall you observe to do, that you may live and multiply and go in and possess the land which Yahweh sware unto your fathers. And you shall remember all the way which Yahweh your Elohim led you these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble you and to prove you, to know what was in your heart.
Wait. This is not for him to know what's in your heart. This is for you to know what's in your heart. See, we have a tendency to believe that our heart is more pure than it actually is. See, we think that because see, what I was intending for that, right. So then he lets you go. We want to do something, he automatically know. Now look, this ain't going to end good, but you know what? If I stop you, you're going to blame me. I tell you what, go ahead. Now I'm going to stand here, and I'm going to be here to help pick up the pieces when you hit that wall. But you're going to hit that wall. But I'm going to let that happen to you to humble you and to prove so that you know what's in your heart. He's not doing this so he can know. He already know. The question is, do you know? You got this thing in your heart and you think it's more pure than what it is. He's got to show you that that thing you got in there, it ain't pure as you think it is. Okay, go ahead.
Whether you would keep his commandments or no. And he humbled you and suffered you to hunger and fed you with manna, which you knew not, neither did your fathers know, that he might make you know that man does not live by bread only, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of Yahweh does man live.
The same thing he had to tell the adversary, the devil. See? Man does not live by bread alone. So what Yahweh got to do is take some things so that you understand, hey, these things that you have gotten accustomed to. See, we have a tendency to believe that we need something. So once we get accustomed to certain things, we keep saying, I need this, I need this. He has to prove to you that you don't need it. Otherwise, you have an internal kill switch. As soon as you don't get that thing that you think you need, boom, you shutting down. He can't progress with you until he proves to you, you don't need this. Because as soon as he gets you out somewhere to do a job and you don't have that one thing that you think you need, now your mindset is blown and you can't do the job. So before he can even let you do the job, he's got to prove to you, you don't need this. Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 4. My family had to trick me for me to understand that I didn't need that oxygen line. See? No, see, I believed I needed. So they would take turns hiding the damn tube. And it must have been a little conversation that they had amongst themselves. Because it'd be different people in there, but the damn tube is in the same place. Somebody talking to some damn body. Where the hell is my oxygen tube? I need it. I felt I needed it. I believed I needed it. Everything in me said I needed it. But when you love somebody, you got to fight with them. They hear me arguing. Where the hell is my oxygen tube? And I have beautiful members of my family who looked at me straight face and just act like they didn't know what I was talking about. What? So wait a minute, y'all know what my damn tube at, don't you? It's amazing how well you can hide something behind a hospital bed. Okay. But he had to prove to me that I didn't need it. We keep letting ourselves and our family members get accustomed to things, and then they think that they need it. And then they think that they can't progress without it. So Yahweh said, I'm going to suffer you to hunger. You think you need all of this? This is what you think you need? He said, you know what? I'm going to sustain you on two things. Bread and water. You think you need all that? Watch this, right? Watch this right here. Watch this. Bread and water. Look at you, but you look mighty good. Look at it for somebody who ain't had nothing but bread and water. Look at you. You're all full in the face and everything. Look at that. You're plump. You done look at you done got thick. Ain't no chicken out there. You ain't had no yard bird. You ain't had no steak. But look how thick you done got. Oh, okay. You thought you needed that. He said, I got to prove to you that you don't need that. Now, once he proved to you that you don't need it, guess what? Now he can give it to you. But he can't give it to you while you think you need it. Because if he gives it to you while you think you need it, he is now handicapping you. Where we at, brother?
2 Corinthians chapter 4.
All right, brother, go ahead. Let's start there.
Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not, but have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of Elohim deceitfully, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost,
Mm-hmm.
in whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahshua, who is the image of Elohim, should shine unto them. For we preach not ourselves, but Yahshua HaMashiach the Adonai, and ourselves your servants for Yahshua's sake. For Elohim, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, has shined in our hearts, to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of Elohim in the face of Yahshua HaMashiach. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of Elohim and not of us. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair.
Okay, wait a minute. These things may happen to us, but we're not going to fall down and die. Now, if you don't ever let anything happen to you, wait a minute. Now, you've gotten accustomed to nothing happening. Now you think you need 100% peace all the time. Now you think you need that. Go ahead.
Persecuted, but not forsaken.
Persecuted, but not forsaken. Go ahead.
Cast down, but not destroyed.
Cast down, but it ain't going to destroy you. But you got to know it ain't going to destroy you. If you think you need 100% peace, you already handicapped. Go ahead.
You know, Elder, but if you trying to get 100% peace, you're handicapped in yourself and those around you, because you're not allowing those that you're trying to keep peace with to go through anything out also.
Hey, brother, I've had to deal with that in my own self. What do we do? You know, our whole purpose of achieving something is to keep our kids from having to go through the hood turmoil life that we went through. And you provide and do all of these things for the kids. And what do? Take their little ass right to the hood. I work like hell to keep you out of there. Gave you a car. What do? Drive right to the damn hood. What you doing over there? This is where the homies be. All you can do sometimes is pray for them. Go ahead.
Always bearing about in the body the dying of the Adonai Yahshua, that the life also of Yahshua might be made manifest in our body. For we which live are always delivered unto death for Yahshua's sake, that the life also of Yahshua might be made manifest in our mortal flesh.
All right, let's go to John chapter 15.
Yohanan chapter 15 and verse 1. I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that bears not fruit, he takes away. And every branch that bears fruit, he purges it, that it may bring forth more fruit.
All right, now we need to stop and examine this. All right, every branch in me. All right, understand, every congregation is a branch of Yahshua. That's why we say in this body of Yahshua. Don't think we the only body. Don't think that we the only branch of Yahshua. Don't get it twisted. All right? Every branch in me that bears not fruit, he takes it away. If we ain't fruitful, he's going to do away with it. Or take his name off of it. So you have some places that might be standing, but they didn't bear any fruit, so he took his name off of it. The building's still there. He just not. All right. So if it bear not fruit, he takes it away. But then if it bears fruit, he purges it that it bring forth more fruit. Wait a minute. So the purging process is not the same as just taking away. Purging is to stir up greater results. Because once he take away something, that's gone. But he said, this right here, it brought forth fruit, so he's got to purge it. Yeah, he's got to clip some things off of it, but this is to spur more growth. So that means certain parts of it going to have to be clipped so a whole new branch can come out of that. So he's just not taken away to be taken away. He's taken away that something can grow out of the piece where that was taken away. Go ahead.
Now you are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine, no more can you, except you abide in me.
Mm-hmm.
I am the vine, you are the branches. He that abides in me, and I in him, the same brings forth much fruit, for without me you can do nothing.
Without me, you can do nothing. It's the Spirit that does the work. But we have to make it a situation where the Spirit can use us to do the work. If we make ourselves so filthy that the Spirit can't use us, now the works don't progress. And don't get it twisted. The Spirit ain't hanging around you all day. The Spirit gonna come with us so that we can do the job that we are supposed to do, and then the Spirit got to leave before it didn't have to kill you, because you're gonna do something stupid sooner or later. That's just the nature of flesh. You are not gonna be right all day. He got sense enough to know, all right, look, we're gonna be right about from 1 to 3:30. So I'm gonna stop by there about 12:50. And if I stop 12:45, I got to kill somebody. All right, I'm going to stop 12:50. Now see, the Spirit does do what we say. Let us hear the conclusion of the matter. That was the Spirit, the only thing that should be leave. If I got to leave, I had to kill one of them, because they about to do something stupid. Go ahead.
You know, in the thought process of every branch that bears fruit, he purges it that it may bring forth more fruit. A lot of times the thought process is, okay, these may have been gotten rid of, so you're looking for more people to come in.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't look and say, wait a minute, the works of that department has gotten better since this has been purged.
Exactly.
Instead of looking at numbers of people, look at the excellency of the less people that took place in that department.
We have a hard time looking at things in that manner, brother. We have a hard time looking at something and seeing that, wow, we get something better from less. Society has told us that we need to do more. We need to do more. You know, I learned this horribly in the street. I watched 10 people jump on a dude before. And I was like, this is horrible. They have no coordination. They're hitting each other. I was like, this dude gonna be able to walk out. He got jumped on by 10 dudes. Then I watched one jumped on by 4. Oh, they beat the absolute hell out of him. The 4 was organization. The way in which they whooped the ass was absolutely impeccable. I said, damn, they did more with 4. They did more with 4. The 10 was hitting each other. One of them was hitting. I said, damn, they don't even know they together. One of the dudes after said, did you hit me? He said, damn, man, I think I did. My bad. when we was swinging, I didn't know you was with us. I said, God the mighty no. Look at that, they beating the hell out of each other. They couldn't win with 10, but did more with 4. What happened? They were able to do a greater whooping with a less amount of individuals. This is what Yahweh be trying to show us. But we on somebody else's plan. Because, see, the adversary knows this. With more, I can also bring more confusion. Okay. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 1. And we're going to start that at verse 21.
Verse 21. How has the faithful city become an harlot?
Mm-hmm.
It was full of judgment, righteousness lodged in it, but now murderers.
What has happened? What has happened? You got all of these things established. He began the children of Israel with 70 souls. Wait a minute. More has been added, all this greatness, and it has become an harlot. So it got greater and got worse? See, we never consider that when it comes down to ourselves. We think if we get more money, we get a better place to stay, we get a better car to drive, then we're just going to be all around better people. That's what we think. We don't consider that we could get more and end up worse. It never crosses our mind. We said, no, not us. No, if I get better, I'm just going to be better. Yes, I is. That's what we think. Go ahead.
Your silver has become dross.
Uh-huh.
Your wine mixed with water.
Uh-huh.
Your princes are rebellious and companions of thieves. Everyone loves gifts and follows after rewards. They judge not the fatherless, neither does the cause of the widow come on to them.
Wait a minute. They're not bothering themselves with all these other things now. They're in a better place. I'm not going to weary myself with the problems of Israel. I done made it. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna hang with Israel. I got money now. I got a new zip code. Matter of fact, I got a new phone with a new number, and I'm not giving it to Israel. Go ahead.
Therefore says the Adonai, Yahweh of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of mine adversaries and avenge me of mine enemies.
Wait a minute. So when we don't execute righteous judgment in his land, we become enemies and adversaries unto our Elohim. All the time we think we walking in the word, we doing such and such. He said, you are enemies and adversaries to him. We think it's the people that worship on another day that are his enemies and his adversaries. He said, no. My enemies and my adversaries right here looking at me. Because they refuse to do the stuff that they're supposed to do. Hell, he said, them people belong to Satan. I know who they are. We already got a championship date that we're going to fight. I ain't worried about them. Go ahead.
And I'll turn my hand upon you and purely purge away your dross and take away all your tin.
Wait a minute. He's going to purge. He says, I will turn my hand upon you and purely purge away your dross and take away all your tin. He's taking away all the impurities out of you. Wait a minute. To do that, to take away dross, to take away impurities, he's got to bring the fire. Go ahead.
And I will restore your judges at the first, and your counselors at the beginning, as at the beginning. Afterward, you shall be called the city of righteousness.
After he does these things, you shall be called the city of righteousness, not before. So all these people walking around talking about, I'm going to the Holy Land. I done bought me some tickets. I'm going to the Holy Land. All right. Go ahead. But I can tell you ain't nothing holy in it. Go ahead.
The faithful city. Zion shall be redeemed with judgment, and her converts with righteousness. And the destruction of the transgressors and of the sinners shall be together, and they that forsake Yahweh shall be consumed. For they shall be ashamed of the oaks which you have desired, and you shall be confounded for the gardens that you have chosen. For you shall be as an oak whose leaf fades, and as a garden that has no water. And the strong shall be his toe, and the maker of it as a spark. And they shall both burn together, and none shall quench them.
All right, let's go to Ezekiel chapter 20.
Ezekiel chapter 20 and verse 33. As I live, says the Adonai Elohim, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out will I rule over you. And I'll bring you out from the people and will gather you out of the countries wherein you are scattered with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out.
All right, so these are going to be some very tumultuous things. But then we have to also look at the tumultuous events that brought the children of Israel out of Egypt. We're talking about plagues, okay? Plague after plague after plague after plague. Stretched out with fury poured out. So we can pretty much expect something in like manner. Go ahead.
And I'll bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face.
I don't know what people are expecting, but having Yahweh plead with you face to face is going to be pretty tumultuous. Remember when the children of Israel just got close with Moshe? They said, look here, hey, look here. Hey, man, we thought we wanted to meet God. We really did. And then he came near us. So don't let that happen ever again. Ever again. Whatever that was, no. All right? Don't do that. No, you go talk to him. All right? And then you come back to us. But don't ever call us when you talking to him. Don't ever do that again. We don't want to be around that kind of power. This kind of power consumes you. We don't ever want to see that again. Okay. But he said, I'm going to plead with you face to face. You ever seen when you really tick one of your parents off and they get right up in your face? Hey, come here, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you for a second. Come here, talk. You be like, what you doing? What you doing? Where you going? No. Come here. Come here. Let me put my nose to your nose. Wait a minute. You're violating my personal space. He said, no. I need to plead with you face to face. Put your face on my face. I need to make sure you hear. Damn, I need to make sure you feel what I'm about to say to you. He was like, this conversation is uncomfortable. It's supposed to be. Okay. Go ahead.
Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt.
Okay, now when he pleaded with our fathers, a whole generation died off. I don't know what events y'all remember. But when he pleaded with them, he killed off a whole generation. We keep thinking that he needs us. Y'all ever consider that he might be just using us to raise up the kids? You got folk that don't even want to teach in the children's department.
Say, you know what, that's not a glorious job. I don't want to do that one. I want to do something more glorious.
They might be the only one to make it out of here. You might want to pay attention. Go ahead.
So will I plead with you, says the Adonai Yah, and I'll cause you to pass under the rod, and I'll bring you into the bond of the covenant, and I'll purge out from among you the rebels.
The rebels ain't going to be under the rod of the covenant. The rebels ain't going to follow no law. They want to follow the dictates of the flesh because they want to follow their heart. They want to follow what they feel, what they think, and what they believe. He said, I got to purge them out. Go ahead.
and them that transgress against me. I'll bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel.
They're going to come out of the lands where they at, but they ain't going into Israel. So we talking about levels of purge. He going to purge you out of the land where you at, but then purge you out before it's time to go to Israel. But see, Jake think they so damn smart, they going to buy a ticket and just go to Israel and wait on us. He going to purge you out from there too. Because see, Israel got to be sanctified. See, you get to somewhere at the wrong time, now you got a problem. I said, wait a minute, now we just went through sanctification. How you get in? How you get? You didn't go through the cleansing. Eh? See, the basin is in between the tabernacle and so you wash over there and then you come in. Now after we get through washing and we come in, hey buddy, how you get in here? You didn't pass the basin, so you came in here without being washed. Oh, you got that, buddy. I don't know how slick, I don't know how educated you was. You was exceptionally smart. You got yourself here, but you passed by that basin because you came through another way. You got to die. No disrespect, but you got to die. You didn't go through the cleansing before you came in here. So whoever gave you directions, they were slick. But they were so slick that they deceived you and themselves because they got past that basin. He just put all them up for no reason. That you can just decide you're not going to cleanse. He has order, and the order shall be followed. Go ahead, Pre.
And you shall know that I am Yahweh. As for you, O house of Israel, thus says the Adonai Yah, go you, serve you every one his idols, and hereafter also, if you will not hearken unto me, but pollute you my holy name no more with your gifts and with your idols.
All right, keep my name out your mouth. I tell you, one of the things that is actually insulting, all the time that we've used the name of Yahweh and Yahshua, and these people have accused us of being in a cult. Now every Christian all of a sudden want to sing songs about Yahweh. Now they want to speak about Yahshua. Now you got Christian artists and they have songs singing about Yahweh. But y'all told us we was in a cult when we used that name. Right. He know who his first fruits are. So all these Johnny come lately fruits, y'all not going to fool him. See, you can't fool a farmer when you throw fruit in a basket and you think he don't know the difference. He no. I can look at the color on these and tell you which one's right. So I can tell you green, you just came off the tree. Look at you. You think if you jump in the basket with them, that you going to hide with them? No. These been laboring for decades. You just got in this basket. So they think they going to fool the Most High. And it wasn't like they didn't know the whole time we was teaching this. They always knew. It ain't like they just made it into the vineyard so they going to get the same pay as us. No, they always knew. They bragged about their education. They bragged about their PhD. They bragged about going to seminary school. But they didn't teach none of their people there until it became profitable. Check this out. We have made it profitable for them to use the name of Yahweh. Check that out. But we ain't getting the profit. They are. You think my father don't know that? Lucifer so slick, he done deceived himself. They actually think they tricking him. Okay. Go ahead, brother.
Those that have bared the reproach for my name's sake.
Right. See, and they ain't bear no reproach. They just started using the name last week. Been going to church for 40 years. Just used the name last week. Ain't gonna try to pass it off to us like they been using it. No. What you did was you tormented the people who used it before. But now you realize that ain't no way around it. Now you're going to let it come out. Oh, he will not be deceived by that little game. Go ahead.
Verse 40. For in mine holy mountain, in the mountain of the height of Israel, says Yahweh Elohim, there shall all the house of Israel, all of them in the land, serve me. There will I accept them, and there will I require your offerings and the first fruits of your oblations with all your holy things.
See, we don't understand that it's a blessing for Yahweh to even accept your offering. Go ahead.
I will accept you with your sweet savor when I bring you out from the people and gather you out of the countries wherein you have been scattered, and I will be sanctified in you before the heathen.
Now this is Old Testament, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me again how the people in the land got there and how they came out of the various lands, how he purged out the rebels and then went in there and set up the state of Israel. Tell me that story again. Oh, I'm sorry. That story don't exist, so you can't tell me. Oh, okay. Right. Go ahead.
And you shall know that I am Yahweh, when I shall bring you into the land of Israel, into the country for the which I lifted up my hand to give it to your fathers. And there shall you remember your ways and all your doings, wherein you have been defiled. And you shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for all your evils that you have committed.
Right. Once you understand how far we've gone away from our culture, you shall loathe yourselves. See, we ain't got to that part yet. We still think we in sport. We still think that everything is okay. Let's go to Malachi chapter 3. Malachi chapter 3, and I want you to read verses 1 through 5.
Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. And the Adonai, whom you see, shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant whom you delight in. Behold, he shall come, says Yahweh of hosts. But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appears? For he is like a refiner's fire, and like fuller's soap. And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. And he shall purify the sons of Levi, and purge them as gold and silver.
If he purges them as gold and silver, they're going to go through the fire. There's some spiritual fire that they have to go through, and this fire is going to make them better. Soon as we feel heat, we take our running. But then can't figure out why we're not purified like everybody else. Go ahead.
That they may offer unto Yahweh an offering in righteousness. Then shall the offering of Yehuda and Jerusalem be pleasant unto Yahweh, as in the days of old, and as in former years.
So the offering of Yehuda and Jerusalem shall be pleasant unto Yahweh when they shall be purified by the fire. So it ain't the offering that need to be cooked, it's you. You still raw. Go ahead.
And I'll come near to you to judgment, and I'll be a swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, and against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, the widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right, and fear not me, says Yahweh of hosts.
Our problem is, though, these are our friends. See, this is our problem. See, we got love for all the people that commit this. We haven't considered that you love somebody who Yahweh hate. You need to be careful where you put your love. Because if you don't make your move at the right time, when he get ready to destroy them, see, this is the whole problem where it says the tares have wrapped themselves around the wheat. And if you weed up the tares, you root up the tares, you also take out the wheat with it. How? Because they wrap themselves around you. You done let tares wrap themselves around you to the point that you don't want to even call out their wickedness because of how much they're attached to you. But if you ain't careful, when Yahweh come to root them out, guess what's now happening to you? Because you didn't separate yourself. Okay. Let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 2. 2 Timothy chapter 2, and let's start at verse 19.
Nevertheless, the foundation of Elohim stands sure, having this seal. The Adonai knows them that are his, and let everyone that names the name of Yahshua depart from lawlessness.
Wait a minute. He knows those that are his. Didn't he say, have not I chosen you 12 and one of you is a devil? He knew that the 70 that he had done grabbed, he knew that they didn't fully believe, right? He knew what was his. You might be able to fool man. You will never fool Yahweh and Yahshua. They always know who theirs are. Go ahead.
But in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor.
Wait a minute. But even in a great house, they are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also wood and of earth. So he says, wait a minute, everything in your house ain't going to be to honor. That should be a scary thought to everybody. Because everybody always say, we just automatically, well, it won't be me. When Yahshua said, there's one that does betray me, they'll say, is it me? Is it me? Who is it? He says there's always something dishonorable in a house. I don't care how great the house is. You haven't got a bathroom, don't it? But I can tell you, it's at least one place in your house where it ain't nothing but full of crap. That's what it was designed for. What? Every place in your house is not honorable. Okay, go ahead.
If a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified, and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work. Flee also youthful lusts, but follow righteousness, faith, love, peace, and them that call on the Adonai out of a pure heart.
Now, flee also youthful lust. The adversary, the devil, needs to get to us as quick as possible, so he can give us the kind of lust that will actually cause us problems in having productive relationships going forward in life. That at some point we have to put down those youthful lusts that are causing us issues in actually becoming or building families. But the adversary know that he's going to poison you with that. He know, all right, I'm going to give you this, and this is going to cause you some problems going forward. Because now your mind is going to be warped about what a real relationship is because of them youthful lusts that you don't allow to get in your brain. Oh, he's very, very accurate when it comes down to dealing with things, because he know he ain't got to make it happen today. See, our problem is we trying to introduce something and let it take hold and see the result by the end of the day. Let me tell you something. The adversary, the devil, not running out of time like us. See, you can play the long game when you're going to live forever. Even when you get punished and get chained, you still alive. What are you in a rush for? But let us hear the conclusion of this matter. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 31. Proverbs 31, and let's start that at verse 10.
Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
Would you recognize her if you saw her? What would be your definition of what a virtuous woman is? Did you get your definition out of this book, or did it come from Keeping Up with the Kardashians? Where does your definition come from? Or what about from looking at, Housewives of Atlanta? Maybe that's what you think a virtuous woman look like. Would you know if you had one? Because, when you don't know the value of something, you take it, you put it back in the water. You have them fishermen that fish for sport. Mm-hmm. They catch fish, they say, oh, this nice. They put it back in the water. Go ahead, brother, keep reading.
The heart of her husband does safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil.
Mm-hmm.
She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeks wool and flax and works willingly with her hands.
All right, so she be doing crafts. Go ahead.
She is like the merchant's ships. She brings her food from afar.
Okay.
She rises also while it is yet night, and gives meat to her household.
She be cooking.
And a portion to her maidens.
She be cooking for other folk.
She considers a field.
She got some bread.
And buys it.
She done bought? Wait a minute. She be cooking. She be sewing. She be buying stuff. Whole lot of people call themselves virtuous, but I don't know where they got their definition from because it didn't come out this book. It damn sure had to come from Housewives of Atlanta, or it damn sure had to come from Keeping Up with the Kardashians because the damn show didn't come out of this book. We need to go round up all them damn virtuous woman shirts. Give them here. Take the damn shirt off. If you wear the wrong colors, the gangs will come and tell you, hey, bring it off. Put on the wrong motorcycle vest and ride down the street. Let me tell you something. I done seen one of them where the motorcycle folk pulled over. Hey, show me something. He couldn't do the right signs. They snatched the vest off while he's still on the Harley. Do it again and see what happened to you. You can't wear them colors. You can't put that patch on. Okay. I know Amazon sells a lot of stuff. Keep reading.
With the fruit of her hands, she plants a vineyard.
Uh-huh.
She girds her loins with strength and strengthen her arms.
Uh-huh.
She perceives that her merchandise is good.
Wait a minute, she got merchandise. She doing this. Hey, a virgin woman doing a whole lot of stuff. Virgin woman doing a whole lot of stuff. Cause first of all, she doing good to her husband. She seeks wool and flax and work willingly with her hand. Ain't nobody had to say, Mom, I'm cold. Mom, I need a coat. She already knew you needed a coat. Go ahead.
Her candle goes not out by night.
Wait a minute. So she not slothful. And she not sleeping all the time. Her candle didn't go out. She taking care of this business. See, a lot of people want this title that they don't deserve to have. I need to collect all them damn shirts. But understand something. I hope you're looking at it full circle. Because this is what Yahweh expect from us. Wait a minute. Ain't you supposed to be married unto him? All right. How many virtuous wives in this room? Got quiet now, didn't it? All right, keep reading, Bree.
She lays her hands to the
now we don't want to listen to about the virtuous wife no more. We don't want to read about it no more. We don't want to read about it no more. Come on, read about it. Let me hear about it.
She lays her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff.
Come on, you can't say it?
The distaff.
All right. Come on, we stuttering. Come on now. Come on. I want to hear about them. Tell me about her.
She stretches out her hand to the poor.
Uh-huh.
Yes, she reaches forth her hands to the needy.
Uh-huh.
She is not afraid of the snow for her household.
Uh-huh.
For all her household are clothed with scarlet.
Okay, did she do that? Did she take care of that bit? I don't hear y'all. Y'all quiet as hell in there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm asking. All right, come on, Rhea. I want to hear about it.
She makes herself coverings of tapestry.
Uh-huh.
Her clothing is silk and purple.
Uh-huh.
Her husband is known in the gates.
Is her husband known in the gate?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they know about Yahweh, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, well then her husband is known in the gates. Okay, I want to hear about her. Keep reading about her.
When he sits among the elders of the land,
Uh-huh.
she makes fine linen
Uh-huh.
and sells it and delivers girdles onto the merchant.
Sound like she got multiple jobs to me. That what it sound like. Okay, all right, I want to hear about her.
Strength and honor are her clothing,
Oh my goodness, strength and honor her clothes. Go ahead.
and she shall rejoice in time to come.
Uh-huh.
She opens her mouth with wisdom,
Uh-huh.
and her tongue is the law of kindness.
Okay.
She looks well to the ways of her household.
She looks well to the ways of her household. Okay. Go ahead.
and eats not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed.
Uh-huh.
Her husband also, and he praises her.
So maybe if we not getting this at home, it's because we not being this to him. That's interesting. That's an interesting thought. Keep reading, bro.
Many daughters have done virtuously,
Uh-huh.
but you excel them all.
Uh-huh.
Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that fears Yahweh, she shall be praised.
Uh-huh.
Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates.
All right. Does her own works praise her in the gate? That means when the fire is applied to her work, it still stands. Okay. All right. That's all that we're going to do for today. Remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.